Hey folks, Gizmo here, and I'm back playing just a little bit of DayZ this time. I gotta head out in a few minutes, but I popped back on for like half an hour. Why would I need a megaphone? Yeah, so I popped back on for half an hour, and I've literally just walked down the road and found this huge town. And I haven't bumped into any other players yet, which is good. But I have, however, got a ton more resources, specifically weapons and ammo. Or says rice. I'll take rice. Rice is something to eat. I'll take. Oh, that's a magazine for that other gun. Okay, so here we go. I want to switch out to that gun, and then there we go, magazine in, there we go. And then actually I can, let's shut this door real quick. I can load that magazine, so I want to move the magazine on its own, move it to there. Right, then I want to equip the magazine, and then I want to, let's unload the magazine first and see how okay, so I've unloaded it. Right. I'm not entirely sure how I load a magazine up. I've got a magazine in my other gun. But so I'm going to put it in my hands. There we go. Load the magazine. There we go. So I have to empty it first and then I can load it. Well, that seems a bit silly. Right, there we go. So that magazine is loaded. So if I then bring out this gun. Oh crap, there was a bullet in it. I didn't mean to actually do that. I wanted to test. There we go, there's no ammo in it. Well, I scared the crap out of myself then. Right, that magazine is loaded in. Right. So I've got, okay, so I've got 9 shots in this. Oh crap, that drew in some zombie dudes. I've got, okay, so 10 shots, 10 shots, and 5 shots. Okay, I'm gonna switch out to my shovel for now. Okay, so I definitely alerted the zombies around here to myself. So I won't be playing. Wow, she was a bit stupid. I won't be playing much right now because I've got some stuff that I need to do in a moment. I just thought I'd come on quickly and show how this is all loading now. So I'm in a pretty decent sized town. And everything seems to be running pretty well, to be honest. Don't seem to have many issues. So hopefully that means that the game runs perfectly fine on the PS4 Pro. I'm just going to see what this comment is. What things don't you like about the game so far? The only thing I don't like about it is just how convoluted every action is. You know, the fact, oh, let me put this away. The fact that it doesn't really give you any direction, I can live with that, but then like not knowing how to do literally anything and everything being such a chore to do, like having to load every bullet into the gun yourself and having to eject guns out of the bullets out of the magazines and things like that to reload the magazines, and it just I get what they're going for, and it's fine and it works, but it is still a little awkward to get used to. There's a lot of things that are open around here. I'm just curious if someone else has been around here. So I kind of think I'm ready to encounter some new players, like someone who isn't more equipped than me. But if I bump into... Is that a zombie? Yeah, that's a zombie. So I haven't, like, apart from, like I said, that guy who I found dead in my last stream, I haven't seen a single other player. Let's see how many players are on here. So there's quite a few now. Well, a lot, to be fair. That's more than earlier. And I'm in a pretty big town. But I haven't seen anyone. That looks like a military truck. Let's see, is there anything in it? That would be great. No, there isn't there. Nothing in there. Sorry, nothing there. Okay. No, my luck, when I do bump into another player, they're going to be better equipped than me, and they're just going to see me come in before I get anywhere near them. Oh, I can take... Okay, so I can take a wheel off this car here. Why do I need to get into a car? What's the point of that? Weird. I could take a wheel off this one. There's another wheel. If I could find all the other components, I could build myself a car. I haven't figured out how to craft much stuff yet. I've managed to craft a little campfire earlier, and that was purely by accident. I had no clue what I was doing. I just kind of crafted it and it worked. What's that? Oh, a cap. So I think more experimentation. I don't want to go online and find out how to do anything, because it kind of defeats the object of figuring everything out yourself. But yeah, I'm hoping, like, if I can figure out how to start building structures, if I can find a decent place somewhat close to a few towns, but like up in the mountains somewhere, just out the way, then I'm gonna build me a little base. It's highly unlikely that there's anyone else around here. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any noise, but I'm gonna try and say hello to see if there's anyone there. Hello? Is anyone there? Okay, so I guess there's no one there. Right, I'm running low on water. I have got a canteen on me, but save using that. I'm just going to go back into the actual main part of the town. I'm sorry, there's something under here. Pumpkin seeds. I'm going to assume I can eat them, and that's all. Food is the main issue I have in this game at the minute. Food is just the only thing I just can never seem to find. I could do with see, I don't know how to craft right. Earlier on when I crafted my let's see if I've got a knife. Have I got a knife? I don't have a knife. I do have this little stone knife. Let's see. When I crafted the little fireplace thing that I made, well, that made a lot of noise. I'm gonna split this down into some sticks. Okay. I'm gonna take these, and then I'm gonna see. I have an idea of how the crafting might work. I wonder if it's kind of like the crafting in something. It's kind of similar to something like the forest, where you have to put the items on the floor. Like they have to be together on the floor, and then you have to craft. Oh, a pear. More food. Oh, another pear. I'll gladly take food. So you can see there's a fair bit of texture pop in, which some people may hate. I don't like it, but I can live with texture popping. That's fine with me. I do understand like how demanding this game is, so I can live with a bit of texture popping. What's this here? Looks like there's something on the floor. No, it's not. It's just a leaf. The controls are okay. There is a few things that I would probably change. I would definitely put in like a so currently up on the D-pad, I don't think up does anything. Down opens up like communication, so you can talk to people. Right on the D-pad opens up this emote menu, and left doesn't do anything. I would switch it, and I would have up open the emotes, down can do the what did I just take? I don't even know what I took. I'd have down how it is. Down starts chatting to people. I'd switch the emote from right to up, and then I would have two items as quick slots. Like, so you press left and you press right and it brings up something. I know you've got your little quick thing here, but you have to actually hold R1 to bring this up, then use the right stick to select the item you want, and then press X to actually bring it out. It's a bit too much. Like, if someone starts shooting at me, like, it's a lot to go through to get your weapon out. So I just kind of think just being able to map just two items to the left D-pad and right D-pad would just help on console, at least. I'm sure it's probably easier to bring things up. I'm sure you can like use macros and things on the PC version, maybe, I don't know, but that's one thing I would definitely change. Everything else control wise seems okay. Like most of the controls are pretty intuitive. Jump is X, crouch is circle, triangle, don't think triangle does anything specifically unless you like. I think it's more of a context thing, maybe when you are holding items. I think that's reload if you've got a gun out, so that's fine. Square, don't know what square does. Not doing anything now while I'm playing, so controls seem okay. There's definitely doesn't seem to be anybody in this town though, which is kind of cool, I guess. No one's going to attack me. I'm just trying to think which way I came in. I came in from that direction. Sorry Fox, yeah, like it should be there soon though. It'll be there today. I mean, it's good. Just think of it this way. This is what my wife always says when I'm sitting there, like, because I order most of my games off Amazon, and I use Amazon Prime, but still occasionally they used to send the games with Royal Mail, and I just complained constantly. I was like, if I'm paying for Prime, I'd prefer it to come with like Amazon Logistics, so I know that it's going to be there today, like on the right day, and they stopped sending it with Royal Mail, but like on the times where they did send it with Royal Mail and it was always late, I used to just get so annoyed, and my wife would be like, just think of it this way, at least, wait, that infected had food on it, I didn't even know that. Okay, right, let me bandage myself up. Oh crap, wrong item. Yeah, so think of it this way, like, as much as, yes, it sucks you're waiting now, once you've got it, that's it, you've got it. You can play it whenever you want. Happy days. I know, it doesn't, my wife always says it doesn't really do anything when you're still sitting there and you're like, I just want to play it right now. Oh, there we go, I already fixed that. So, okay, there we go. So, infected that I kill actually have items. I wonder if one of them's got a can opener, because that's the one thing I really need. I got a bunch of food items, but they're all stuck in cans. This combat's just funny. Am I actually hitting this guy? I am. There we go. Oh, hello. I've got a trophy lobotomy. I think that's the one for killing 10, either 10 or 20 people or zombies with headshots. I'm guessing I hit him around the head with that spade. He had some soup on him too. So take the soup. Right. Have I been in this building? Let me put this away and take out my little knife, my little stone knife, and then I can hopefully cut up. Okay, no, I can't cut up them. Why won't it let me cut up then? I need some more rags, if anything. So I can't cut that up. You haven't played it, what can I tell you? Okay, so I hadn't played it. The first time I played this game myself was last night when it came out. Wait, is that a zombie? Yeah, that's a zombie. I just saw it, I thought that looks like a person, but no. It's pretty hard to tell the difference. I assume it is. The main thing I would say, I think I couldn't do anything because my inventory's full. Probably, maybe, no. So for me, I think food, water, and something to defend yourself with is definitely the main focus that I think you should focus on. The main things you should focus on is that you can oh, I've still got that in my hand. 1 second. You can, like, you can play however you want, and I think that's the good thing about this game. You don't have to focus on anything. You can just do whatever you want. I've already died once, so and that was because I starved to death. Food is probably more important than water. You can find, well, you will die quicker if you don't have water than you will if you don't have food, but it's just that food seems to be more scarce to come by, at least food that's just edible straight away. I can find, like, most towns have a water source. They'll have a little water pump, so you can always use that. And if you find like a water bottle, so I haven't got one, I've got a canteen, which is a lifesaver, but like if you find like a plastic water bottle, you can use that, you can just refill that once you've used it. So every town you go to you can just quickly refill it, so water isn't, although it's probably more important in the long run than food, it's a lot easier to come by, I find. Power generator. So yeah, water and food definitely are important. The zombies, don't even like bother about the zombies, to be fair. Like the only reason I've killed a few is because I just realised that I can get food items from them. So when I run low on food, I might just kill a few to get some more food. What else? Yeah, try and like find the smaller towns to start with and like build up your equipment. Because although like I said, I haven't bumped into anyone yet, it's highly likely that oh, what's this one? It's highly likely that the majority of the players oh, that's my own footsteps. I was like, I hear something. It's yeah, it's highly likely that when you do bump into players, you'll bump into them in big areas like this. And obviously, depending on what server you play on, like there's going to be more people on certain servers, and also the people that are on there might have been on there for longer. So try and get away from what's this? This is a suppressor. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's going to be no real point to staying by the coast. You want to like push up away from the coast. Now, from what I understand, you start on either the east or like southeast of the coast, so just push in, like just, yeah, turn around away from the water and just walk in whichever direction heads you towards like the forests and stuff. Find a road. Roads lead to somewhere. That's how I've come to understand where I'm going. I don't know really where I'm going. I just kind of assume that if I follow a road, I will get to a town. So these little dirt tracks will usually lead to like a small farmhouse or something like that, and then the bigger roads here will lead to like actual towns. My food is going down. So this is one of the things that I get the idea, but it's kind of annoying. Like you have to, if you want to eat something, you have to take it, put it into your hand, and then eat it. You can't just eat it from in here. I mean, it makes sense, but as for like what to focus on getting, I mean, I'm pretty much picking up everything here, but I mean, I don't think I need most of this stuff. I've got some mushrooms here. Oh, okay, so it says it's a fleshy mushroom. It's a little bland on its own, but filling nonetheless. It doesn't say it's poisonous, so that's a good thing. I got some mushrooms. What is this? Package of pumpkin seeds. Okay. Oh, one tip I will give you. You will find ammo. So like this here, this is a box of 12 gauge shotgun ammo. To even use this in your shotgun, you have to put it in your hands and then go back out of the menu, and you can see it says at the bottom, hold R2 to unpack. You have to actually take the ammo out of the box before you can even use it, which kind of seems like it seems like obvious, but it also is like something that I just never thought about. Like I just kept going, why can I not load these shells into my gun? And it's because, yeah, the ammo was still in its wrapper, which it's a nice little touch. It's a nice bit of detail, but still, yeah. The other thing when you first start is nighttime. Nighttime is a pain in the ass. Like you can't see a single thing. Okay, like I'm not joking. I'm not like just saying, you know, it's hard to see. Like I actually stop playing the game when it turns to nighttime and just go do something else and then come back on in a little bit, because yeah, I mean, if you could see a little bit, it would be fine, but you cannot see a single thing. You can't see anything in front of your face once nighttime comes around. Of course, you can get items, you can get flares and stuff, but the problem is that although they last a little while, flares draw attention to you. So at nighttime, you really want to be either using smaller light sources if you can find something like that. I haven't noticed anything yet. I do have a flashlight, and I have a little headlamp somewhere there, but I don't have batteries for them, so I need to find batteries for them. And so I mean, it's literally like, if you imagine any other survival game out there, I mean, I've played a lot of Ark and a lot of Conan. This is hardcore as hell in comparison to them. I mean, like, if the zombies were more dangerous, then this game would be impossible to play. Like, the fact that the zombies are pretty easy to kill and pretty easy to avoid, and that they don't fill up like tons of the map. I mean, really, the zombies, you get like 5 or something in a town, and then that's it. Like, that's the saving grace for you. I'm telling you, like, if those zombies were more dangerous, you'd be screwed, because just finding resources and just doing anything in this game is a chore. But it's not like a mundane, like horrible chore. It's kind of, it's the charm of the game. And what's that in the middle of the road? I definitely see something there. Is it just a badly placed bush? Or it's just a badly placed bit of grass, which is now vanished. Cool. And that looks like a big building over there. Let's go there. So I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just slowly getting to grips with it. So it's just a case of trial and error, really. Like, if so with the ammo, I had a gun, I had the ammo for the gun, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing. So then I realized that the ammo was in a package, so I had to unwrap the package. Then I realized that I didn't actually have a clip for that gun. I only had the gun and the ammo, so I could only load 1 bullet, and that's it. And then when I fired that bullet, I could load another one. Now I've got a clip for the gun, so now I can load 10 rounds into that clip. And to reload that clip, you actually have to remove the clip from the gun, hold it in your hand, and then manually reload the clip. Now that's what I mean. It is just the level of detail in just that kind of survival element, like the fact that you can't just pick up a gun and there we go, you can just fire every bullet that you've got and you don't have to reload it. It does it all automatically and all that, the kind of stuff you get used to in other games. That's not here. This is like, you have to be careful, you have to think about every single thing that you do. And that's just a cat. And I like it. I like it. It's slow paced, but then once you get into like a firefight with another player, I'm gonna assume that it gets really intense. So, but I will be heading off in a moment. How's the performance in big towns? So far, I don't know if you were here when I was in that big town a minute ago. I would say that was a pretty big town, and I didn't really have any performance issues. I've had a few frame rate stutters, and it's usually just as it loads in textures. I just heard a chicken. I've been wanting to test how I cook a chicken. Hi, I'm Mr. Chicken. Hi. You're dead. Sorry, Mr. Chicken. Right, okay, so now I got a chicken. So, let's grab my little stone knife. And there we go. Okay, I can skin and quarter the chicken. Now this is something I didn't think of earlier, which happened when I last killed a chicken. So I pick up this chicken steak, right? I can craft an improvised hook. That's going to be for fishing. I don't know how to make any other stuff for fishing, and I don't even know where there's any water, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to come in here. Right, so I have a chicken steak. So, oh, I need a stick. So the one thing you need to remember is I've just gutted a chicken with my bare hands. So if I was to try and eat, say, an apple now with my hands all covered in raw chicken, I could get food poisoning. My hands need to be cleaned, and I don't even know how to do that yet. I'm going to assume I can do it at one of those little wells that are around. But and I need food as well. Let's see, can I, right, I put this apple in my hands. It's not coming up telling me to wash my hands. Maybe I haven't got enough raw chicken in my hands. You never know. I'll know if I'm sick in a minute, I guess. Let's eat this apple. Okay. Right. That worked out fine. I don't have food poisoning. Unless I was wrong, but I definitely had it telling me that I need to wash my hands earlier. So, now it's getting dark. So I'm going to cut this bush down. And if I take this long stick, and then, let's see. Now, I need to figure out how to put the chicken onto this long stick. So if I take the long stick, put it in my hands, and then if I go to the chicken breast, and if I equip it, maybe I've got to sharpen the stick first, maybe. Did I just sharpen the stick? I don't know. This is all confusing to me. Like, I'm just still trying to. Right, is that's a long stick and it's pointy? Right, there we go. I guess I maybe made it, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Go over here. Chicken breast, equip. I can't equip it. What's this? Alcohol tincture. Okay. Right. I'm gonna take the stick out of my hands. I'm gonna come over here by this barn door, because it's getting dark, and I'm gonna sit in there until it gets light. Right. So I'm gonna get this rag. There we go. Right. So then I'm gonna drop the rag. And then I'm going to get a piece of paper, maybe? Craft a fireplace, there we go. So if I now craft the fireplace, so drop the rag on the floor, then pick up another item that I want to use to make the fireplace. Right, there we go. So now I have a fireplace somewhere around here. So let's take the fireplace. Oh, let's take that rag. Oh, maybe I didn't need to actually craft the fireplace. Oh, maybe I just had to have the rag in my hand. Choose the placement for the fireplace. I'm going to place it there. Then I'm pretty sure I have something I can light that with. I would hope so. I have a glow stick, a pipe, rice, and I don't actually. Can I? Have I got matches? I've got to have something I can light this with. Maybe I'm just missing it. I got a flare. Can I light it with a flare? If I don't find anything else, I'm going to have to try that. That's a magazine. I've got a worm. No, it doesn't look like I've got any matches or anything with which I can light a fire. So let's take the road flare. No, I can light the road flare, but I really don't want to do that because I only have 2. So okay, it looks like I've got nothing that I can light this with. So I might just log out then. This is only going to be temporary while I'm still getting used to it, while I'm still getting items, because as you can see, like, there's still a bit of sunlight and I cannot see. Like, switch to first person, and if I pull out my gun, like, I'm actually aiming. Like, you can't even see that I'm aiming. So so I'm going to leave for a bit. From what I'm aware, they changed it so you can't just go to a different server because it's nighttime. Like, you have to, like, all the servers will be nighttime now. I don't know if that's true. Don't know if it's something they want to do and they haven't done it yet, but it's fine. I've got to pop to the shop anyway, so hopefully if I pop to the shop, I don't know how long the day and night cycles are. I said earlier that I think nighttime is shorter than day, but apparently I don't think that's right. So personally, I really wish the daytime cycles were longer. Kind of feels like I don't have enough time to do much. Once I've got some batteries for a flashlight and, you know, some better equipment, then I can carry on at night. But right now, like, I cannot see anything at all, so it's just best for me to head off and use this time to do some stuff that I need to do anyway, and then I can just come back on the game once I'm finished. So let's see. I'm gonna look at some of these messages really quick that people have popped in and answer a few of them, and then I'm gonna head off. Okay, so why is the game not in the PSN store? So it will be in the PSN store by the end of today, for everyone. It's coming out when each country hits midnight, but certain countries have different time zones within them, like America. So you've got a different time zone on the East Coast to the West Coast. So I think you've just got to wait until the entirety of America is on the 29th. So I assume something like Hawaii or Alaska will be the last to hit midnight. So once they hit midnight, it should launch for everyone on PSN through the American store. How much is the game? The game in the UK is £40. I think it's roughly around $50 American and about €50. Is it laggy for me? I haven't. No. The frame drops for you are horrendous. Really? Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay, perfect. So the night time is around half an hour to 45 minutes. Okay, that's cool. That gives me enough time to get to the shop, come back. Are there vehicles? There are vehicles, but you have to build them yourself. So you have to find all the components. So like 4 wheels, 4 doors, an engine, and I don't know all the components, but you definitely have to find all the components yourself. Have I managed to craft anything yet? I have. I've managed to craft an entire fireplace. That is literally it. I haven't really figured out how the crafting works exactly, so I still need to figure that out, and I'm trying to do it on my own, but I may have to resort to finding a video, because like at this rate I'm not really doing anything in the game other than running around finding resources and then nearly dying every 5 minutes of hunger or starvation. So I definitely need to figure out how to craft. 60 frames per second, it is not 60 frames. It is 30, I believe. I think, I don't know if it's capped at 30. I assume it probably is capped at 30 with it trying to aim for 30 constantly, and PlayStation 4 Pro is probably going to hit 30 more than the standard PS4. The one guy here mentioned he has the Pro and the frames per second drops are horrendous. To be honest, I haven't visited any huge towns, and I haven't encountered any living players, so potentially once I get into like a firefight or something like that, then the frame rate may drop, and that is something that I am keeping an eye out for. Frame rate on a whole has been relatively okay. I think I kind of understand where the frame rate drops come from. It's just literally as it's rendering things in that you're looking at. So I kind of, I wish I could adjust the gamma, because I'm finding the differential between darks and lights, specifically shadows and things like that, it's quite hard to see a lot of what's going on if you look too high, and again if you look too low. So I look at the ground a lot more than just straight ahead of me. I don't know if you've noticed, like I kind of dip the camera down a bit, because if I'm looking at the sky, like it's actually quite bright, and then everything below that kind of dulls down, so then it's hard to see like people or zombies. So I keep my like line of sight somewhere in the middle, maybe a bit lower, just so like all the ground stays lit up quite well without losing any like a line of sight, I guess. I wish I could adjust the gamma. I don't know, I don't think it's HDR. I don't think I'm getting any HDR through it. I'm not sure. They said it runs on native 4K on PS4 Pro. I'm assuming that's what's happening, or I don't know, but I mean, graphically the resolution seems fine. Like I said, the main problems I'm having with frame rate is with popping, specifically texture popping. When you first load up the game, there will be a hell of a lot of popping when you first get into the game, as it just starts to render everything around you, and like you'll have buildings just pop up complete, and then a few seconds later their textures will map onto them. But once I've been in the game for like 5 minutes, everything seems to run pretty damn smooth for me. I'm not sure if it's maybe because I don't have that many people on this server. Let's have a look. I mean, there's not, I don't think there's 60 players here. It looks like there's probably 25, 30 maybe. So I'm sure that potentially if you get into another server that has a lot more people in it, then it's gonna run slower maybe. I'm not sure, but let's see. I haven't actually tried any binoculars, so yeah, I assume the pop-in will be a bit of a pain with those. Yeah, there are those, yeah, like you were saying, those micro stutters. The frame rate's fine, but occasionally, like just as you say go outside and you start to pivot the camera around, just as all the textures pop in and some of the other things pop in, there's like that small stutter, which sucks, but I can live with it. I mean, if the game isn't crashing every 5 seconds and you know, I'm not getting wedged in stuff, I can deal with a smaller amount of frame rate drop. I can live with it. It's when it like plummets really quick that's a problem, but I haven't had that yet. So yeah, price wise, it is a bit expensive. I thought it was a bit expensive. I was so tempted not to get it. Like, I love these kind of games. I love like just online survival games, specifically ones where there's a big threat coming from other players. Now I play these, I don't go out looking for trouble. Like, I won't with this game. If I see another person, I will try to avoid them. Even if I'm armed to the teeth, I will try and avoid that other player. But again, if they come towards me and start like threatening me, I guess, I will open fire. That's the way I'm going to play this. It's the same way I play Conan, it's the same way I play Ark. I don't go out looking for trouble, but if trouble comes looking for me, I will defend myself. I kind of like playing like that purely because, like, I like the idea of having that threat from other people. Like, I just run with the idea that every single person in this game wants to survive. That's just the way the game is meant to be played. And, you know, if I've got 3 guns, it's much easier for someone to kill me and take them 3 guns than look around for hours for their own. So I just run on the whole basis that everyone wants to kill me. I don't have to kill them, but I have to be aware that they want to kill me. That's just the way I play it. So to me, like, that's where I get my enjoyment from. Like, just the idea that everyone's after me. It's something that I really hated with Fallout 76, the whole bounty system, because, and the whole invitational damage. Like, the first day I got Fallout 76, I was kind of enjoying it, and some guy came and started shooting me, and I managed to walk like about a mile down the road with this guy constantly shooting me, just not turning around to engage him. And it's just, there's no threat there, and that's what I like about this game. There's that threat. If I see another person, they will more than likely try and kill me. So just, and it gets your blood pumping, so I like it. Sorry, what's how can you play it? How can you play it? So it's out today, the 29th. If you are in America, then you will have to wait till the whole of America has reached the 29th. So, like, the East Coast will probably be, I've got friends in the East Coast, so yeah, it will be the 29th for you now. I don't know what time it is in, like, Hawaii or something, but if you take, like, some of the West Coast states, I would assume once the West Coast, like, everyone on the West Coast has hit, I'm assuming they're going to be counting, like, Alaska as well. So, like, I don't know, I mean, 1 second. What time is it in Alaska?
In Juneau, Alaska, the United States, it's 7:54.
So it's 7:54 AM, so it should have hit there by now. Should have hit America, I would have thought. They did say that it would definitely be out everywhere by 7 PM Eastern time. So, I mean, maybe it's just certain colonies. I mean, they sometimes even count, like, colonies. So if you think of like small islands outside of America that are actually owned by America, once they hit midnight as well, it might be that. I don't particularly know, but they did say it would be out everywhere by 7 PM Eastern time. So I would just wait. Like, the most you're gonna have to wait is probably about maybe another 5-6 hours maybe. I don't know 100%, so don't hold me to that, but like by the end of today everyone should have it. So it will be coming out. You just got to be patient, unfortunately, which does suck because yeah, I've been waiting for games at times, and it just feels like it's never coming, and you see all your friends playing it, and it's just like, I just want to play it. How much was it? It was £40 in the UK, so it works out about $50, which again seems a bit expensive, but to be honest, like, I feel like I'm gonna have more fun on this game than I do with a lot of other games. So for how enjoyable it is, then I think it's worth it personally. It is expensive when you consider like it's roughly about the same price as something like a big AAA title. You kind of think, well, it's a bit overpriced, but then when you think about how much gameplay you're going to get from this, I could quite easily play this constantly for the next 5-6 years and just be happy playing it, because there's no story and because there's no like nothing really driving you to have to play constantly. Then this is just something that I'm just gonna pop on every few days, play a bit, then go on to some other stuff. But yeah, it was more the stealth release that kind of annoyed me, and probably annoyed a lot of people. If you think about it, like, firstly, they should have just said that this game is coming out next month. The game is coming out next month. It's gonna be this price, and then had pre-orders. Firstly, if they'd have had pre-orders, people would have pre-ordered it, and then they'd have been able to see, okay, we've got like, I don't know, 500,000 pre-orders. We haven't got enough server room to support that, so we need to get more servers. Or they could have worked out how many people were going to buy the game. It would have made sense. And then also like the stealth release. Now, I waste a hell of a lot of money. I really do. I waste tons of money on just random crap. And so I came back off holiday last month, and sorry, not last month, in March, and me and my wife, we decided we need to stop wasting money. We need to stop wasting money because we've wasted about $5,000 since Christmas on just stuff. I don't even know what. I couldn't tell you where that money's gone. Like, we've just spent it. And we keep doing this, and so we decided, right, that's it. We're gonna have a specific amount each month, and we're gonna, like, the rest can go into savings and we don't touch it, and then we're gonna like have a budget of what we have ourselves, kind of like pocket money, but I get to choose it myself. So of course I bumped it up quite high, but like just to make sure that we just don't keep wasting money, because we're buying stuff left, right and center that we really don't need. And so yeah, we had this budget, and I filled out my budget for this month on games and other stuff. So I've got another like 2 or 3 games coming this week. I bought 2 or 3 games last week, and so this game was not in my budget. And so when I found out it was coming out, I panicked, because I was like, well, I kind of had this deal where I'm not going to touch any of the money that's going into savings. So basically I took the money out of savings, but my budget for next month starts like the beginning of next month. So I took the money out of that, and I'm just going to put it back. It's also my birthday in a week or two, so I can put the money back out of any money that I get for my birthday, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, for like other people who don't have the money just lying around, that's just a big screw you, basically. Like, I know what it's like to have a game that you're excited about and not be able to get it. It's happened a few times before, and like, yeah, it just sucks. Like, especially when like you've been waiting for so long. Like, if you're waiting for a while and you know it's coming out, you can go, right, I'll put up some money, or I won't get this game because I want this game more. But just the stealth release, for me, I was like, they're idiots. It's just, why would you do that? Why would you just go, oh, by the way, we know a lot of people want it, it's coming out tomorrow? Like, oh yeah, sorry folks, I'm chatting away and people are still coming in. So basically, yeah, it's night time in the game, and I am actually going off in a minute, but this is what I can see at night time. I do have things in my inventory that I can use to see at night, but basically I do need to go to the store in a moment, so I was just gonna log out, and then I started answering questions, and then I got into a little ramble, so I apologize. I will be back streaming in a bit once I get back, so people are welcome to come back in and see. Real cog, it will be about $50. I'm pretty sure they've said $50, give or take like maybe $1 or $2 for tax and other things, but I think it will be around $50. But yeah, so that'll be it for this stream, because I kind of feel like I'm just chatting away and you literally can't see anything. Right, hold on one sec. The door is there. Can we go outside? Okay, so there, I don't know if you can even see this. There are stars in the sky. And one of the things they said was you can navigate by the stars. Now, I assume they've got actual constellations, and my astronomy, I mean, considering I studied astrophysics, I should be better at astronomy than I am, but yeah, I have no idea if these are in the correct positions. Like, if I find the Big Dipper, am I going to actually, is it going to be in the correct position, or am I going to find the Big Dipper and start going like south? I mean, I don't know. It's something I should actually look into as well, but I can really not make out many stars. There's one star. I don't really see many stars. But yeah, I'm gonna end this stream now. I've got to head to the store, probably cook some dinner, and then I will be back. So I will pop the stream back on again. Of course, as I like to point out, because someone got really arsy earlier, I don't know everything about this game. I really only just started playing it. So if you want to watch someone who knows how to play it, I'm sure you can find people like that, like with PC and stuff. Like, I'm mainly streaming just to kind of show people how it runs on the PS4 Pro. I have a standard PS4, and I will at some point try it on that, so that I can kind of set like a benchmark so people can see how it runs on both of them. But other than that, I'm gonna head off now. I seem to ramble on, and I never like, I was trying to answer questions, but yes. So yeah, like I said, it's a fun game. It's not perfect, it's a bit buggy, but when you consider what it actually is, when you consider the games like Horizon Zero Dawn, the game only renders what you can see, and that's one person. So you can have a game that looks amazing, that plays amazing. I mean, this game has to render everything around you for 60 players on the server, so like, it's never going to be perfect, but it is good. I do really like this game, and although I've not met another player, I am really excited to. I don't want to go looking for one, but I kind of do. But yeah, I don't know where I am on the map, so I might download a map in a bit. I heard that there's an app that's pretty good called I Survive. I Survive, but with a Z instead of an S. So I'm going to maybe download that. So a lot of people are talking about currency. So it's about 76 Australian dollars, which is around $50. I think they kind of up and down it a little bit. So like, in the UK it's $39.99. In Europe, I believe it's $49.99. So if you kind of look at what the benchmark is around that, so like, technically 50 euros isn't £40, but you kind of, it's somewhere in that ballpark. So it should be, I would say, $49.99 in US dollars is pretty much bang on what it will be. If it isn't that, it will be somewhere around that mark. So other than that, other currencies, I would just say work out what 50 US dollars is in your currency, and it should be somewhere around there. So It's up to you. I mean, personally, I think it's worth it for me because I like this game and I like the kind of open-ended exploring, trying to survive. That's kind of what appeals to me. But again, like, other people might not like that. It's the same with literally every game. Everybody's different. That's what makes us all special. To quote, I think that was my niece, everybody's different, so we all like different things. So if you like the idea of this game where, like, you have no direction, you have a character and you just have to survive, then if you love the idea of that, that's the main reason I picked it up. But again, like, we're all different. I personally really hate Fortnite. Nothing against people that play Fortnite, I just don't like it. I don't really like any kind of battle royale games. I will play them with friends, but I don't really like them. So it's kind of, you've got to just judge, is this the kind of thing you want to play? And then obviously you can look around and look at gameplay to make sure, you know, it looks okay, because just because it's the kind of game you want to play doesn't mean it's going to play how you like. It may not look how you like, it may not perform how you would want it to. So that's why I'm doing these videos. I will, as I said earlier, I will be back once I've been to the store, and hopefully it will be daytime on the server when I come back. But yeah, as always, thank you everyone for watching. You are welcome to subscribe if you want. I don't stream often, but I might stream this game a bit more because it seems to be that a lot of people have been coming in to view this game, probably because they're waiting for it and they want to see how it runs. But feel free to subscribe or like or whatever. I don't monetize my account. I have no interest in making money off YouTube, so I'm not going to be advertising any crap or whatever people get fed up of on YouTube. So again, yeah, sorry, rambling on again. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you later on maybe. Have a good day. See you next time.